Hi guys, Little Lady here. Right, so today I'm going to do one of my dad's all-time favourite pies. He used to absolutely love these. Every time he used to pass a bakery in Wallsend, he used to always pop into this one bakery and get a Scotch pie. So I'm going to show you down the ingredients. Dead simple, this one, but absolutely gorgeous. So I'll show you the ingredients. Right, so to hot water crust pastry, so we want 300 grams of plain flour, 250 grams of plain flour. I've got 100 grams of lard, 120 mils of water and some salt to go with that. And for the filling, it is minced lamb. We have one onion, I've just got the shallot there, some stock, some mixed herbs. I've only got the Italian seasoning, but it's got everything in there anyway, and a bit of mace. Right, so let's get on with it, and I'll do the pastry first. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is put the 120 mils of water in the pan and the 100 grams of lard. I'm going to put a bit of salt in there, and that's just going to go onto the hob, and that'll just melt down nicely. Right, so in the meantime, I'm going to weigh out the flour and get that into a bowl. Right, so that's all melted into there now. I'm just going to pour that straight in and just mix that around. Excuse the washer, needs to be done. Right, there we go. And so I'm just going to put that to one side for a moment. And what I'm going to be using to make them is these. So what I want to do now is grease them. So all I'm going to do, actually I think I've got some lard. 2 seconds, I'm going to go and get the lard. Right, so I'm getting it out of the bowl. I've got a little bit of flour on the bench. So I'm getting it into a rough circle. I'm going to cut these into 4. Off again, there, off again. Take a little bit off for the lid, and then what we'll do is we'll get these, try and get it into circle-ish shape. Right, I'm just going to stop you while the washer's on its spin. Right, so while the washer was finishing, I've just done these ones, and I'm on to the last one now. So it's just a matter of rolling them out. Plenty of flour. I think I'll switch over and use this one just to get it a little bit thinner. That's it. And then all we do is just feed it into your tin. A little bit tricky with them being small tins, but just take your time with it. Make sure it's in all of the corners, all around the bottom. Same with any pastry, if it rips or cracks or anything like that, we can save it. So there's not enough down there. Go around, and once the bottom's in, we can deal with the sides. So I've got a little bit hang over there, and I've got a little bit I need to patch there. Is that looking good? Right, what we'll do is just flatten off the top a little bit, and then the last lid. sleeve keeps falling down. Sure I can fit the top of a pie. Yep. And then what we do is we put a little hole in the middle like that. And what I've done is I've done the other three and put them on a bit of parchment paper. Put that one there, this one on here. Now these have got to go in the fridge for at least 30 minutes. So I'll get these in the fridge, I'll clean down, and then we'll get started on the filling. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the lamb into the bowl. Oh, there we go. Straight in there. And then I'm just going to finely dice the shallot. Because it's going in raw, you want it finely diced. Or as fine as you can do it. I'm not that brilliant when it comes to chopping up. As you've probably noticed by now. Actually, do you know what, I think there's half a shallot, because it's a pretty big shallot this. I think that's probably going to be enough. Just going to finish off then down these ends. Yep, I think that's going to be enough. I'll wrap that up and get that in the fridge. So now what I want is some salt and pepper. Bit of pretty peppery this, these Scotch pies. So we'll put quite a bit in. A little lighter with the salt. Now I want half a teaspoon of mixed herbs. And half a teaspoon of mace. I think these are the distinctive flavours in the Scotch pie. Right, and what we're going to do is mix it up. Now, to me, the best way is just get it with your hands. Oh, I love the smell of mace. Just mix it all around. And now I want a dessert spoon, and you put in about 4 dessert spoons of stock. There we go. And then in again. Said 4 to 5. I think I may put another one in. This is just a regular beef stock cube. Right, now this will join the pastry cases in the fridge for half an hour. Well, for the rest of their half an hour. And what I'll do is I'll just flatten it out so it gets cooler quicker. And then I'll set the oven on to about 180. Let that get heated up. Right, so the pastry's had its 30 minutes in the fridge to set up. Got some milk there and there. So all I'm going to do is just roughly this into 4. And out. Now these pies, you don't fill them right to the top. just push them out. There we go. Right into the sides there. Just try to make it right. And then the lid, as you can see, is really set up now. Just put a little bit of milk around the edge. And then these go into here. Should have brought them out the fridge a little bit sooner. Doesn't really make a lot of difference because, in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the rest of these back in there, and I'm going to put the meat in, redo this lid, put these back in the fridge, and let the lids come a little bit up to temperature. They're just very, very brittle. Re-roll that one out. That's it. Just get that all to one side like that. You can see I'm just going to pop the fillings in. Two done, and there's the third one. There we go. Now the fourth one. Right, so I'm just going to get them back in the fridge and give it about 10 minutes for the lids to come back up to temperature. Right, so I've looked at the recipe again, and they do actually cut the lid out. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to roll this one out again. And then I've used this cookie cutter. That's it. There we go. So I'll just get rid of that. You see, looked at it again, and all I do is put this on the top like so. It's easier. Should have done that in the first place. They could have come straight out of the fridge into there. That's what I get for not reading the recipes properly. And the last one. Right. Now with these, you just put milk. They're not a high gloss pie, these. You actually just do it with a bit of milk. And the oven's now heated up, 180, and these are going to go in for about 35 to 40 minutes. Right, so I'll get them in the oven, and then as soon as they're cooked, I'll bring you back. Right, so that's them out of the oven now. I'm just going to double check that the meat's cooked. Let's do the nearest one to us. As long as it's over 70 odd, yeah. It's gone up to, there, look, as you can see. Yep, so they're properly cooked. So I'm just going to let them settle down about 10 minutes before I even think about taking them out of the tins. Right, so I've taken the other three out. It's been about 15 minutes. I'm just going to take the last one out. Straight up like that. And then off the bottoms. And I don't know whether you can see that. They're perfectly cooked. Let's move it along just a little bit. There you go, perfectly cooked. And let them cool completely, and then we'll have a bit of a taste. Right, so there they are, Scotch pies. So I think it's about time I had a bit of a taste of one. Right, so these will be going to the depot with Ian tomorrow so the lads can have them. But I'm just going to have a little taste of one. Very, very flaky pastry. And there's the filling. Look, it's really very moist if you push it like that. So I'm just going to have a little tiny taste. It's falling apart. I should let it cool down a bit further. So we'll get this all set up and we'll have a taste. Right, so like I say, I've cut that little bit off. I'm just going to have a little taste of it. Like so. That's really nice. You can taste the mace, you can taste the herbs, that pastry. Flaky, crispy, gorgeous. You see, it's just a little taste because obviously we're not doing carbs. The rest, just once they're cold, I'll wrap them up and Ian can take them into work tomorrow. Right, so thank you once again for watching. Today is the 19th. You're not going to see this until later on in the week. But again, I just wanted to thank you so much for all the support that I've had in my first year on YouTube. So, see you later, guys.